started. Today is just a basic intro on Adobe Spark and Canva. And for those of you that have not met me before, my name is Nicole Carter. I'm a half-time digital curriculum specialist and half-time secondary language arts support. And basically, if you wanted to go ahead and confirm your attendance on Kickup, just go ahead and go to Kickup from the staff bookmark page. And then on the home screen, look for the green confirm attendance button that's right there in the center and add in today's code. And that should get you registered. Okay, so we're going to start with Adobe Creative Cloud Express. This used to be known as Adobe Spark, and they've definitely changed things around. I think that they're trying to make themselves a little bit more competitive with Canva, to be perfectly honest. So we're going to show you how to get started, how to get there, some of their options, how to access their templates, and then if we get around to it, we'll talk about the Canvas integration because it is a part of our integration with Canvas. As I open it up, I want to go ahead and point out it's adobe.com/express is going to get you there. Once you show up, you will see that there are tons of templates for you to choose from, even more so than they've had in the past. In the corner, I'm going to go ahead and click on sign in, and you're going to use your single sign-on. For us, it's going to be over here, teacher or student login with school account. And then might have to enter your email. Normally it's going to tell us that it's okay. So I'm going to go with the company or school account. It shouldn't be this many clicks to get us logged in, but here you go. Okay, so once you're in, it's giving you a couple of different options. This is way more options than we've had in the past. In the past, we've really only had ability to make a photo, ability to make a one-page website, and the ability to make a video. And the video looked very similar to creating like a, sorry, my alarm went off. To creating like a slideshow that you just add your video. And you still have those options. It's just kind of hidden a little bit more. So you definitely have different templates to choose from. You also have some really cool options here if you're looking for some photo editing, like you have a photo and you want to remove the background from it. This is something I've been going to Canva for more recently instead of random online websites. And so this is pretty cool that they have these like quick pieces that you can make right off the back. And down below, again, templates for the classroom. I've been seeing these pop up again and again more often on Twitter. So again, they've really, I know personally, they've been adding a whole bunch of former teachers to their workload, to their workforce, and they're making these templates as we speak. So really cool to kind of dive into those. I'm going to just hit this plus sign up in the top, and I'm going to go ahead and say I want to make a video. This is probably what most of you will be using Adobe Express for, to be perfectly honest. So I might just put my name here. You can tell students that they can go ahead and create whatever they might want. Once they go into video, you'll notice that there are some templates up here. So if you are currently studying Hero's Journey, for example, and you want the kids to use this template, you can go ahead and do that. It has on each of the slides different kind of questions that the kids have to put their own information over the top of. Most of the time, I click this right arrow and go all the way to the end. And the one that says make up my own means that it's just going to be a blank template for me to create my own video from. Once you're in here, the biggest way to get your kids started is just to teach them to look for the plus sign. Anytime they see the plus sign, then that means they can add additional content. So right here, the plus sign's here at the middle of the page, and it's saying that I can add a video, text, photo, or icon, which would be kind of like digital stickers. So maybe I want this to be my title page. So I click on text, and let's say I'm going to make something about dogs. When I want to add a new slide, I'm going to hit the plus sign down here on the bottom, and it's going to add from my dog title page. I'm going to get another page off to the side. So maybe to show you the versions of icons, I'll click on icon and I'll type dog again, and you'll see that it'll just give me these little stickers. I can pick any of the ones that I might want. And let's add another slide. And here we're going to do a photo. The photos are filtered, so they're safe for kids to go ahead and go in and search for things. It knows that I've already clicked on or looked for dogs. So let's add this first one. It looks good. That's really cute. I love that. Okay. And then finally, you'll see over here on the right-hand side, you have the ability, I've been on full screen this whole time. Let's go ahead and pick split screen. So over here, I can type like man's best friend, and then I can add another photo or video. Again, it knows that I'm looking for dogs. I don't know why it's not showing me more options. We'll click this guy. And something to think about or to know is that with what you're doing, it's automatically keeping a credit board for you. So it knows that you used this element dog sticker. It knows that you used this photo, and it's just keeping that going here for you, which is pretty cool. Now, the best part about this is that you have the ability to record your voice. I don't know how much it will work with me being on Zoom while I'm doing this, but basically students will just press and hold. I'm going to talk about dogs. Dogs are my favorite. So they press and hold. I'm going to talk about dogs. Dogs are my favorite. Okay. So students would just go ahead and go through each of their slides and record their voice for each of their slides. So for some students that might have more of a challenge of writing out a script and doing a whole 2-minute video or something, this really breaks it down nicely. They only have to narrate what is on their current slide, and keeps their focus too. So sometimes I think having templates and stuff for them is also really helpful versus just starting from scratch. But I think knowing how easy this is when you start from scratch is also good for you to know. Again, just look for the plus sign. Now, you'll notice that when I recorded my voice and played it back, there was an underlying music happening. So you have the ability to change your theme. So I just went over here to the left-hand side, and I can pick at any time a theme. And once I pick that theme, it applies to all of the slides in the video that I'm making. Additionally, I can pick my music. So it automatically gave Across the Bridge, but I can pick anything else I might want to do. Also, some of our students are softer speakers, right? And so if they notice that their sound is really soft, they might want to pull back on the music volume so they can make it softer so that their voice comes out a little bit more. And then what happens is once you're ready and you're done, you can preview it and it will show you. I'm going to talk about dogs. Dogs are my favorite. It adds transitions, it adds the music into the background and makes a full video for you. So that's why this is such a cool product, because in very little time, you can get something going quickly. So that's the video. If I were to go back to Adobe Express and click here, I have the ability to do photos. Similar, just looking for the plus sign. I'm going to go into web pages. Now, what's cool about the web page is that it's kind of what we would call transmedia. So as you scroll down, it only allows you to scroll down. It doesn't allow you to build additional pages. It's one page. And as you build content, you're having students look for that plus sign. They can add in photos, they can split the layout, they can add in buttons, they can add in videos from YouTube, they can put a whole bunch of content in here. And then once they're done, they get a link to share out. Most of the time, in terms of the Canvas integration, this is a full like LTI integration. So when they're ready to share it out, if you were to create this as an assignment through Canvas, it would, when they hit this share button, it should say Canvas as an option to turn it in. Sometimes it works and sometimes it can give you a headache or a problem. And so sometimes just making your assignment on Canvas as one that allows for a URL to be added to the assignment, then that kind of skips a lot of headaches. So usually I will add that in as an option too. Okay, so lots of great options on Adobe Express. And I think their three main ones are the photos, the web page, and the video. And they have a ton of templates on the main page for you to explore even more and to see how to kind of interact with stuff. Sometimes I think the templates show me even more of what it's like they're capable of, or what you're capable of doing in this product, than I might have even known. I was recently doing like a Twitter bio page or something that someone had made, and it really helped me learn how to manipulate some of the images and stuff just by clicking on the template that someone else made, right? So this looks like it's probably just one of their kind of image options. They've kind of changed the canvas size so it's more poster shaped, but I'm just kind of clicking on stuff because I haven't opened this before. I'm just trying to see like what things can be identified. So this is like an entire group. Okay. So they've grouped the blue shape and the text, as well as this element over to the side. So if I wanted to change any of those, I would just have to ungroup them and then select them again. And then go back in. So it looks like they grouped the text here too. Okay. So I'm going to slide this over a little. So once I selected the word text, I can go in and change it. And then it's giving you a whole bunch of options off to the side, center aligned, right aligned, left aligned, whatever. Adding it has shadow on it already. And then just like within the video, there's different themes you can add as well. So I would highly suggest going in and just start like looking at some of the templates and picking it apart. So I'm guessing that they've put the image of the cat and the dog together, as well as this part down below, and these they're all like together. So I'm ungrouping all of that, and then
pull it from the under the sink, pull it down. It's not working very well.
okay. Sorry, I was just muting. Okay, so let me know if you want me to come back to this, because I want to make sure I have enough time to switch over to Canva. Canva is one that I seem to like a little bit more, which is maybe why I want to switch over to it. But we went through a live demo, showed you how to access everything. Okay, I'm just double checking. I'm going to give you access to the slide deck. I think the slide deck is also listed on ClickUp, and it's listed on the course directions. But I found a whole bunch of really great short intros to Adobe. Again, they've changed their name from Adobe Spark to Adobe Express, and they're just adding more and more to the product every day. So checking back on some of these, I think, would be really helpful. They gave some very specific examples, like how to create flashcards, how to create a video biography. So if people are kind of wondering, how might I add this into a lesson design that I already have up and running? These are kind of fun to take a look at. If you're an academic coach, if you're a lit, if you're someone that just like tries things out more often than maybe your peers, I would check out some of their creative tutorial videos to kind of get an idea of how to transfer what you know about Adobe into an actual classroom lesson. Okay, so in terms of Canva, very similar. You have access to a whole bunch of stuff. I like editing photos on there, and they've got some cool new tools for presentations that I also think are kind of interesting. I don't know that I would leave Google Slides altogether, but it might be something you want to check out depending on how cool you think it is, I guess. Okay, looks like I maybe need to log in. I love that I got signed out on everything. Pause for a second. Okay. So when I open up Canva, I can search for things that I want to try and create. They obviously have a ton of templates, and then all of my recent things that I've made are down below. If you go on the left-hand side and click on templates, it's going to show you a whole bunch of options for presentations, social media posts, videos. I make a lot of videos on here, actually. like intros and outros, but you also can go and browse by subject. So let's just say I'm a computer science teacher. I can go in and see a whole bunch of templates, from infographics to safety tips, posters, to newsletters that have been made specifically by computer science teachers. If I go back to the template homepage, if that's where it threw me, it did. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to make sure to show is these classroom decor kits. This is more helpful maybe at the beginning of the school year, but it helps you like thematically, like never guess, what am I going to do in the classroom this year? So, I mean, up here at the top in the gray, they have these filters. In the past, I've liked the succulents and cactus, for example. So within this classroom kit, they have all of these different options, from name tags to banners for Canvas to banners for a Google form, lesson plans, whatever. Like it's like crazy, but they're all like thematically linked to this specific decor idea. I don't know. So depending on which one you pick, this could be like, okay, done. I don't have to think anymore. I'm just going to use this for everything I make for the classroom. So I think that's helpful. Okay. What else did I want to make sure I showed you? Okay. So let's go ahead and do an actual, I want to switch. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going to show you some things that you can do in Canva just from the get-go. Okay. So in Canva, they have a library of a whole bunch of elements, and they're not just icons and or digital stickers. You can search for animated GIFs, you can search for videos, you can search for photos. All the photos are, I think, coming from Unsplash, so they're free to use. So all you have to do in here is do like a quick search. I mean, I already was looking at dogs. So once I do put in my search element, I have up here, I have the ability to search through the graphics, through photos, videos. So as I hover over it, you can kind of see. So the videos are kind of cool. I'll go back over to graphics. So if you were ever making like something on Google and you wanted a graphic, my cheat lately has been to go and open up a slide like this, and I'll find all of the graphics and stuff that I might need, and then I'll download with a transparent background all of the icons and pictures and images that I want from Canva and move it over to Google Docs. So because you have access to everything. I loved Canva so much, I paid for it, like out of my own pocket, $120 a year, I think. And now we have this free educators version, and I haven't been able to find anything that I can't get from the free version that I used to pay for in the pro version, right? You have access to everything. So you can move things around, change their like rotation. You can, I wish it was an easy access to change the position. Like normally on Google, you can do like a command forward or back. But in this instance, you have to actually click on the position button and then tell it you want it to go forward or backwards or all the way to the back. I'm trying to think of what else. You also sometimes have the ability, like in this instance, when I pick a graphic or an image, sometimes it will let me change. So let's say I like this one, but it's coming in black. Up here in the corner is my color choice option. And so if I click on the black, then I can change it at any time to another color. Not all of the graphics give me that opportunity. Some of them, let's go back. Okay, so like this guy, it actually gives you the color choices, so you can change him, which is cool. Again, not all give you that opportunity. I'm trying to find one that doesn't give me that option. And of course, I try it and I can't find one. That one did too. See this one. Okay, here we go. This is an example of one that does not let me change the colors on it. Do you see that? I've got it highlighted, and up here it does not give me the option to edit the color choices, whereas this one does, right? Okay, so just be cognizant of that, but you have the ability to change. And so like this one is giving me all 4 blacks as an, so that's like telling me that I could make it like a rainbow paw print. So there you go. You just have choices. Okay. I also wanted to show you in terms of text, you have the ability to add text at any time and then move it around. Just like in Google Docs, you have the ability to pick from a ton of text options. You can change the color of the text. It's giving you the same kind of palette. It also will show you palettes like, you know, this photo or image that you used earlier is using these colors. So maybe you want to use those colors as well. Like it tries to make things as easy as possible. Over here under effects, you can make things have more pizzazz. And there's lots of stuff that you can change within that. So this is now giving me like a yellow background, which is weird. Maybe I don't want it to be yellow. I don't know. It gives me choices. So that's under effects. You also can add animations. Just like you can in, let's do like, is there any cool one? No. Typewriter. There you go. I always like typewriter. So lots of options on that. You also have down here these like text. I don't really know what they call them, but they're like, you know, text options that are pre-created. And you can go in here and select the word and change the word instead of shine. You can change it to whatever you want. So there's all these like kind of pre-made font choices as well, besides just heading, subheading, and body text. Okay. You also, I'm just going through all of these. Now, you might have noticed when I was selecting color, for example, down here, I've got, like, I wrote a book and these are the 2 colors that are on the book cover. And so when I'm making stuff, I can use these 2 colors from the book. That's like their brand kit. And I don't know, this is I changed to my old pro version account. I don't know if our BSD account gives us this brand kit, but if you find that you have certain colors like Whitford colors or Southridge colors that you want to make sure you use, you could build a brand kit with those colors, and then they're just easy for you to find and to use. That's what brand kits are. Okay. I did not show you photo editing. Let's delete a few things. Okay. So when you go to do a photo, you have to upload them first. Okay, so for example, this is my teammate and she gave me this photo, and all of my team has these black and white photos with a white background. And so what I went ahead and did was I took the photo, uploaded it, and then I went to edit image. And then once I'm in edit image, I can remove the background. It will take it a little bit of time to like identify what the background is. And I find this to be an incredibly helpful tool. So now I just have like an invisible background. So I'm going to say apply. If this didn't make it the way that you wanted to, it also has the ability for you to use your mouse and to go back in and add parts of the photo that you wanted it to use or to leave behind. So I find this to be incredibly helpful, and I use it more than you would think. So that's just remove background. So you just have to upload videos, and then you can go back in and mess with them as much as you might want. And then in terms of sharing, This is a platform that's similar to Google Docs where you can actually add a person to work together with you and collaborate within the document. And then you also, in terms of being able to share or turn back in, it also, like Adobe, has the ability for you to click share. And then down here, like where it says Google Classroom, if I made the assignment originally in Canvas, it would say share back to Canvas here. So it does have that opportunity as well. Okay. Okay, in terms of using Canva for presentations, I don't know that I would make the full switch to Google, but if I were, this would be the reason why. So you can add YouTube videos to it. You can record your own videos and add those into it. You can collaborate and share just like you can in Google. But the part that I think is the coolest is these down here. So let me UCDM. I'll try and remember that. Okay, so I'm going to go to present. I'm going to say present. Okay. So if I'm in here and I say, and I press the letter C on my keyboard, it gives me confetti. M gives me a microphone. D gives me a demo. What was curtain call? Let me go back out. I wish, okay, wait, I might have it. I wish I knew all of these off the top of my head, but you see how cool they are. Also, if you hit any of the numbers 1 through 9, it will give you an automatic, let me move this here, automatic timer. So if I hit the numbers 1 through 9 on my keyboard, it gives me an automatic timer. What is another one? I'm sorry. I wish I knew these right off the top of my head, but I don't. Oh, a U for curtain call. Sorry. Will it give it to me? I might have to get out of my timer. Nope, it's not giving me a U. Oh, a Q gives you a shush face. Okay. Let's see if it gives me U now for curtain call. Oh, there's curtain call. I don't really know why. Oh, for bubbles. It also gives you bubbles. And then finally, if you go live with your presentation, it allows you to kind of ask questions right on the thing. Similar to how you might with Nearpod, if you've ever played with the app Nearpod, it's kind of similar to that. So you have a live version that you can do. If I go back to the templates, you can see that there are all sorts of templates for daily agendas, graphic organizers, infographics, videos. A ton of teachers at the secondary level love doing poster work. You could do digital posters. There's storyboard and comic strip options. If you are doing newsletters, I would highly recommend doing newsletters through this. Although I know we have Parent Square. One thing I've been practicing and looking at with Parent Square, if you were to create an image or something on Canva and then put it into Parent Square, I would really highly recommend that you make an image in English and then an image in Spanish or whatever dominant language that you have for your community, because an image that's put into Parent Square does not translate. If a parent needs to translate it to Spanish, it doesn't translate. But if you go in and click on the translate button and add in the Spanish image version, it will automatically switch over to Spanish if a parent clicks that button, which is, I think, pretty cool. So I would still recommend making images through Canva and putting that on Parent Square. Just think about translation services, because it is kind of a static image at that point and won't translate. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Talked about editing videos. Yeah. Okay. So that was kind of a nitty-gritty all about Canva. I've got a whole bunch of template, like how to access the templates, all sorts of videos, just like I did with Adobe in here as well for you. So I'll put the link in the chat. It's also, I think, on ClickUp too. So you can use this slide deck as a resource. And I'll just say, if there's any other questions, now would be the time. We've kind of gone over a little bit. I apologize for that. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.